Well, guys, my name is Todd Rowan, and we want to welcome you tonight to the Ariix Overview broadcast. I know that there are a number of guests on board today. There's a lot of names that I don't recognize. I'm seeing for the very first time. We're going to be very brief, and you're going to see some of the best information you've ever seen in your entire life. And you're going to see it from a number of different standpoints. Nobody grows up to do what you're about to see. This seems to always find us. It found me as a high school football coach. And my wife and I started in this industry for some extra income so she could be a stay-at-home mom with our 4 children. And over the course of a few years, part-time, a residual income grew larger than my coach's income. And I walked away from that profession and have lived on a residual income stream for the last more than decade of my life. So Ken Bailey's another one of our co-moderators tonight. Ken, you left the IT industry, computer industry, same reason.
Yeah, I went to college for computer science. I thought that was my career, but doing the home-based business part-time for 2 years, replaced that income, and now I've been full-time for, I guess, about 15 and a half years with residual income. And the company and the products we're going to share tonight has just been life-changing for me.
Well, guys, we're going to talk to you about 3 separate things tonight, and you're going to hear from a smorgasbord of people from around this country and Canada, maybe even Australia tonight, on all the subjects. But the first thing we're going to talk to you about tonight is a way to get access to the absolute best nutrition, weight loss, skincare, energy, superfood line that exists in the world. A way to feel better, a way to get rid of inflammation, a way to feel like you're young again. Wake up every day in a vibrant mood, stay that way all day long, have energy to complete all of your tasks, no headaches. I'm sleep again all through the night. And Tammy Crumwitty, I think, is with us tonight. Tammy, you got started with us as a mom of 2. And tell us what about your story when you first began some of the nutritional products that we offer.
Hey, Todd. Thank you for having me on tonight. Yes, when Scott and I got started 5 years ago, we started on the clinical pack, which is the Slender Eyes and the shakes. We had the Restorex, the vitamins and minerals, and the Omega Q. And in the first month, I lost 10 pounds and dropped 2 sizes. And Scott lost, I can't remember exactly, Todd, but he lost over 40 pounds in a couple of months. And as exciting as that was, what really got us excited then and has us excited today is how we feel. We just feel younger and we have more energy. And of course, that's because of the Rejuvenex, which is my #1 product. But we just feel good. I mean, Scott's 60 and I'm 47, and I can promise you that we both feel like we're 20 again.
And Tammy, the second thing we're going to talk about tonight, besides this incredible line of nutritional products, is a way to own your own business, get 1099 on your earnings, get all the new tax breaks that are in effect now by law. It's just an incredible way to make a living without giving the rest of your life to a small business or some type of salary or hourly job. And Tammy, you've been able to do that, and it's given you tremendous flexibility. I saw on Facebook this week that your daughter had her 15th birthday, and you've not missed a birthday or a day at school. You're the PTA mom. You're in charge of everything because of the flexibility working in this business.
Absolutely, Todd. That's the best part of it. Scott and I own a mortgage company, and prior to getting into this industry, I worked full-time there. And even though my husband was my boss, I missed out on everything. I wasn't able to go have lunch. I wasn't able to volunteer. I wasn't able to be there on field trips because I was needed at the office. And since walking away from that job, that 9-to-5 job that I had, 40 hours a week, I am PTO mom, I'm classroom mom, I'm on every single field trip. I'm actually now volunteering at the 2 schools that my children started at as a reading buddy with other people's children. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And Rick, you're from a different angle. We've heard from a female stay-at-home mom, but Rick, you are a $250,000 a year plus annual earner in your own business. You're a headhunter by trade. You have been for a number of years. But every time you placed an employee somewhere, you would get paid. But when that ran out, you would have to place other employees. So although you've made tremendous money, it's a time issue because you're always having to work to keep that treadmill running. Talk to us about why you're now putting a serious amount of time into building a residual income with this opportunity.
You're muted, Rick.
Hello. That. All right. Thanks, guys. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter how much money you make if you have to do it over and over and over again. I tell you what, it gets very exhausting. You know, when the crash happened in 08, 09, it humbled me in a way that I'm not sure I've ever been humbled. And I made up my mind that I would never leave myself in that position again, to be that vulnerable. And so, you know, I met you guys. And gosh, when you hear that people like you made the most money you've ever made during the recession when I was getting hammered, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer, you know, for me to invest the time to build this foundation to, you know, have a huge legacy here, you know, in this company.
Yeah, so Rick, it appeals to Tammy, the stay-at-home mom. It appeals to me, the high school football coach that just needs extra income. But it also appeals to people like you that make what most people would consider, when you're in the top 2% of national income at $250,000 a year. It also appeals to that world because very few people have the ability to make a lot of money and have a lot of time simultaneously.
That's absolutely right. And, you know, Todd, the thing I love about this business is I've got a picture of me and Steve Teglis. I keep it on my phone. I have shown that picture 1,000,000 times. And the reason I show it everywhere I go, especially every restaurant, this business does not discriminate. I mean, anybody of any profession, of any color, of any age, as long as they're legal, can do this. And I mean, not to mention, you can't make more than your boss in corporate America. It just doesn't work that way. And in this business, you can actually make a lot more money than people above you, you know, in your upline. You just can't beat it, honestly.
Yeah, that's the absolute greatest thing about it. And Tammy, I did hit record. So we are recording tonight. Fantastic. And guys, we talked about there's a couple of things available. The third thing that's available is a way, as Carl was just demonstrating as we were getting on board, a way to travel the world at basically a 30 to 70% discount. We have access in this company to the only wholesale provider of travel that exists. So if you like traveling and you like saving money while you travel and you like making a lot of money, especially if it's residual income and having lots of time, and you like feeling good while you do it, you're in the right place tonight. I do want to talk to one last person before we get the overview started, because I want to hit one more group of people. Dakota, I just got to spend the day with Dakota working in Georgia, and he's what I like to call the young RX entrepreneur. He is a fresh graduate out of college, just beginning his entrance into the real world, and recognize the opportunity with this company. Dakota, talk to us about what you saw in this company and why you're aggressively pursuing it.
Thank you, Mr. Todd. Yeah, I just got out of college and got done playing my 4 years of baseball and everything, and I didn't really know where I was going. I'm an exercise scientist by my degree, by trade, and I went and applied at Planet Fitness. And yes, it would have been a job, but at the same time, I like getting out there on my feet and going to work and going to grind. And being a desk attendant at Planet Fitness just really wouldn't have done that for me. So Robbie Burns and Rick Gully sat me down one day and talked to me about this. And this is just a business opportunity where if you put in the work, you will reap your benefits. It's not something you have to sit back and it's just going to come to you. But if you go out there and you really put in the work, be good, positive attitude with yourself, this is something that 10 years down the road, you'll be set. And I love going out and putting everything I have behind something. And this is one of those businesses where if you go out, you put in the work and be a good person, good, humbling person, I think it's just something that I would love to have a part of my life, and I'm working my tail off to get to where I want to be. So I recommend this opportunity to anyone who wants to take a chance at it. It's a good group of leadership. It's a good group of people. So I love it. It's been a great ride so far, and it's a long time before I get out of it. So I'm enjoying it a lot.
And just to commend you, because I think one of the things that most people fear in this type of business is setting the appointment and sharing it with somebody else. But in this room is the head coach of every sport at Georgia Southwestern. Head basketball, head softball. Heck, Dakota, you got the president of the university to give us an hour. You're to be commended. You've already conquered the hardest part of the business. What a great day it was. And Ken, coming back to you, I think at this point, maybe it's time to let everybody know why they're here. We see why everybody's excited, but talk to us about the company and how it was put together.
Yeah, Todd, you and I saw this company that we're talking about tonight about 5.5 years ago now. And on the screen is our corporate office is based in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah. But we got corporate offices around the world. And the number one thing we were looking for, Todd, was a company that was here for the long term. And those, our leadership on the screen there have almost 150 years of experience. Get that, almost 150 years of experience in the industry. They're just experts at what they do. Our chief product officer, she's the lone lady on the screen, Deanna Latson. She has a team of about 45 doctors she works with these products we're about to share with you. And Todd, we did about a month of homework on a lot of companies and this company to make sure this was here for the long term, and we're sure of it at this point.
That's right. And one of the greatest things that we've experienced the last 6 years is the expanding growth all around the world. I think we're open now officially in 22 countries. The Canadian offices open next weekend. They just got back from launching all the Australian offices. We were already open throughout Europe, throughout all of Asia, to include mainland China and Hong Kong. And because of that worldwide growth, we did $175 million in revenue in our 6th year of business. And can we do that with a number of different divisions of products? This is kind of what I like to call the macro look. We represent a ton of stuff. I'm talking about the best stuff in the world, from organic skincare to essential oils to weight loss to nutrition. My favorite product's a product called CoQ10. Our BioPro-Q is a really clean form, and we don't even talk about it. So there's so many different things you find that are available once you get involved here, other than we're going to talk about tonight, Ken. And that list of divisions is always expanding.
Yeah, Todd, when you and I started 5.5 years ago, we only had 3 brands. We're now up to 8 brands and continuing to grow. Looks like another brand's going to be announced this fall. Of course, the travel brand we'll talk about a little bit later was just announced about 4 months ago, and it's really the most unique thing we've ever seen. But here's the doctors you were talking about.
Yeah, and everybody always thinks their products are the best, and it's it's hard to dispute when you're just arguing in air. But anybody that does their research, if I always say every company has its story, and our story is really simple. If you investigate our products and our ingredients, you will come back 100% of the time and say, this is the best line, cleanest line of products I've ever seen. And one of the things that was really important to Dakota, and the reason we were able to be on a college campus, and I was at Clemson University a couple weeks ago with a different group, the reason we're able to be there is because we are certified with all the NCAA professional and Olympic athlete logos necessary for our products to be used. And our doctors are just fantastic. They've written best-selling books around the world. One of the doctors was on Dr. Oz 3 different times last year with her brand new book called The Rainbow Juice Cleanse. But Ken, making this now a simple understanding of what we offer, we have a couple of products that seem to appeal to the masses. And the first one is a product called MOA. MOA stands for Mother of All and is literally 36 of the world's best superfoods, cold pressed in liquid form, that you're able to get in a little 2-ounce pack out of the refrigerator every morning, and hopefully again there at night before you go to bed. Put it into your body and infuse your cells with the best liquid nutrition that's ever been put together. There are companies inside of the direct sales network marketing industry that have become billion with a B dollar companies. Noni Juice, MataV, I can name a bunch, on a single superfood drink. And if you research the ingredients of our drink, we have more of their superfood inside of this drink than they had in their entire bottle, and we have 35 other ones to go along with it. And what it can do for the human body is just mind-boggling. I know one thing, people have fallen in love with it around the world. These little MOA pictures, if you were to go out there and search them, there's 50,000 of these pictures now from country to country. And Kim, one of the greatest things about MOA is it increases your energy. It has green tea in it. We all are familiar with green tea, but green tea is just one of the 36. It also has white tea in it. As I mentioned earlier, it has the noni. And we're never allowed to make a medical claim, but if you go and research these superfoods individually and you look what the noni does, if you're looking for alternative medicine, alternative ways to help your body heal itself from within, This is an incredible product. It also helps tremendously with athletic performance. The guy there in the middle picture and on the right-hand side, it's the same guy. He lives right here in Florida where I'm at. He just won the Mr. Overall Florida at the age of 52 years old. You can see what he calls his nutrition quarry at his gym there. He sells the MOA, and he says it removed his subcutaneous fat, something he'd never been able to do before in all of the years he had been competing. This is Kristen Dole. She's the #1 CrossFit girl in the state of Tennessee. She was #2 before she found MOA, and now she's 80 points higher than she's now at #1 and 80 points higher than #2. I'm actually going to be up there with Chris Doyle and her this week. I look forward to hopefully getting to work out with her at her gym. I'm going to have to take me about 10 packets of MOA to try to hang with them. But the list of things it does goes on and on and on and on. You can see some of the pictures there. There's a guy up in as a matter of fact, Ken, you know him. He's actually in Troy, Alabama. He's a cop there. And Taylor Halsey's his name. But Taylor also, same thing, just says the MOA took him to a whole nother level. And we could go forever. But, Tammy, I think we'll come back to a woman. There you are with your crew in Myrtle Beach. Talk to us a bit about what it does for a stay-at-home mom.
Well, Todd, I love it. My entire family takes MOA, and one of the biggest things I would say is during flu season, our daughters are in the public school here in Myrtle Beach, and the flu was so rampant this year. Not only were the children out, but probably 60% of the teachers were out with the flu, and they didn't even catch a cold all year. I mean, it's amazing on what it does for the immune system, but also, like you say, too, a pre-workout before working out. That and for Rejuvenex, and you feel like Superwoman, or at least I do.
You really do. And maybe the overall best thing with MOA is its anti-inflammatory properties. If you suffer from inflammation diseases, which are the majority of them, the results could just be phenomenal. I know that in my body at the age of 48, the ability for it to reduce inflammation after I go for a run or a workout has just been incredible. And Leroy, you used it pre and post heart surgery. And just a shortened version tonight, Leroy, it just had a remarkable effect with you.
Yes, Todd, just like you mentioned, it did. I started taking the MOA right after my third heart attack, and I had a defibrillator put in. But because of the medications that I was taking, it had some side effects. And one, I was losing my voice. And like I always, every time I tell my testimony, let me start off by first saying that I'm not making any medical claims, but I can tell you what it did for me, right? And Tammy had called me after my third heart attack and just to check up on me and so forth. And she put me on three-way with you, Todd. And you just went and broke everything down, told me all the benefits of what MOA can do on a cellular level for my body. And within 3 days after that I started taking MOA, my voice came back. And that's what kind of helped me through all the way up to the day that I had my transplant. And then the day that I was leaving, being discharged, it was approved by my pharmacist. And I've been taking the MOA ever since. And 8 months post-transplant, I was already at my 1 year mark. And I attribute that strictly to the MOA and all the properties, all the organic superfoods in it.
And Leroy, we're coming back to you again in just a minute with our next product. You've now taken that on to the next level. But before we get to the product that you just lost 30 pounds with, our second of the 3 products we're going to talk about tonight is called Rejuvenex. It is the healthiest, best energy that exists on planet Earth. Our doctors spent timeless hours developing this because giving somebody energy is easy. Getting somebody healthy energy without a spike and without a drop-off and without giving you all the different side effects that most energy products have is a very difficult thing to do. But they did it by creating an energy product with 9 superfoods and green coffee bean extract. It gives you just such an unbelievable sense of mental clarity. And Ken, it's your favorite product.
It is, Todd. Mo is a close second, but I still have to give Rejuvenex #1 simply. To make a long story short, I kicked a 25-year soda habit without a single headache with clean, safe, healthy energy. No more sodas, no more sugary drinks, no more of the bad stuff. About half the price. So, Todd, and there's such a demand for it. The energy drink market alone did over 40 billion last year. We could build a business if that was the only product we had.
Yeah, and Dakota, your friend, I know we showed all the coaches, but we also showed some college kids still playing baseball. And I can't remember what your friend's name was. It's the pitcher, but he was all over the energy, wasn't he? I mean, the young group of people, they all are going to take some kind of energy. They're searching for that healthy alternative.
That's right. I just know that young age group, especially around their 20s, a lot of them, they'll wait to that last night to study and stay up for 24 hours straight and pop about three monsters and just really bad side effects for the body. So he was all over this, and especially us athletes, we had our 6 a.m. lift, so he wanted some energy in the morning as well. Yeah,
and the MOA and the energy are best done together, but they can be done separately. And another person that started with the MOA and the energy, and as a disclaimer on this picture, Lori had already lost approximately 20 pounds before she discovered us. Her and Daryl they are two rising superstars. They're two separate people. They're not married. They are two individuals out of a place called Forsyth, Georgia. They're just so impressive. But I know you were working with Daryl. You were trying to become a marathoner. But, Lori, you had plateaued both on an energy standpoint and a losing weight standpoint. And if you're with us tonight, can you talk to us about how this broke you through your plateau and gave you energy?
Yeah, absolutely, Todd. You know, like you said, I had expressed to Daryl how tired I had been, and, you know, I was doing everything right. I lost a good bit of weight on my own, following a nutritional plan, and still just not the energy, just, I mean, really worn down. Like, went to see my female doctor about it to talk about it. It was pretty bad. So Daryl recommended that I add in, you know, the MOA and Rejuvenex into my regimen that I was doing. And I'm going to tell you something. By the third day of using the products, I could really tell a difference. That third day, it was a Monday. It was the beginning of the month at my day job, where I have a lot of reports that have to be done. And it dawned on me, Daryl checked in with me, and I thought, you know what, I've only had 1 cup of coffee today. And that I felt good. Since then, I was stuck at a 2-month plateau, no changes in weight or measurements. So by the 5th day, I decided to weigh myself for the heck of it. I just wanted to see what would happen. Well, I was down 4 pounds. So with the Rejuvenex combined with the MOA, I broke my plateau. I was down 4 pounds, and I felt good all day. I was not headed back to the coffee pot at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, when that crash happens for most adults, and able to get my day done, get my workout done, take care of my kids, and handle my mom chores is what I call them. So, I can't say enough about MOA and Rejuvenex as far as energy goes. It is a very good, clean, and useful energy. And I'll tell you, I forgot to take it Thursday at work. And, ooh, I knew it. I almost drove back home.
It's horrible how bad that is, isn't it? It's like leaving your cell phone. You got to turn around and go get it.
Yes, yes.
And forget your wallet. Just don't forget your cell phone and Rejuvenex.
That's right.
And for that, the last thing we'll talk about tonight is that for that group of people out there that weight loss is a goal of yours, the MOA energy is for everybody. But if your goal is to lose some weight or get into fighting shape, as a lot of these people are doing, we have the most proven weight loss system that has ever existed. We've had it now for 6 years. And Ken, we've witnessed thousands of people. I mean, there in North Carolina, you've had 35 or 40,000 people go through the Slenderized next 56-day weight loss class. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous what people have done with this homeopathic, all-natural set of drops.
Todd, we've lost track of how many people have lost over 100 pounds. I used to keep track of it for a long time, but now we have had hundreds lose over 100, and like you said, thousands and thousands now get to their ideal weight. It's just amazing.
Yeah, and it's all natural, by the way. It's plant leaf extracts, B12, niacin. It goes underneath your tongue for your 3 biggest meals. A lot of you are familiar with the ketogenic diet. It closely resembles that on what we call our approved food list. It allows you to eat when you're hungry. Just an unbelievable program. Comes with like a 20-page instruction booklet. We don't even have to train you. This thing will fall out of the sky. But, man, we have cookbooks now. We've got Facebook pages, you name it, to keep you plugged in. And there is, Ken, right there where you live at, there's a couple 100-pound stories, but the guy on the right's a 200-pound weight loss story.
Yeah, Sid lost 208 or 218 pounds. Different man, half the man he used to be.
James, a real good friend of mine up in Staten Island, he was a type 2 diabetic. Like I said, we don't claim we cure anything. All we know is that he was type 2 diabetic. When he started our program, when he went back to the doctor took him off all his medication. So it's great results. And Leroy, you've got a whole clan of people you're training there in New Orleans now. Candace being one of the ringleaders of them. And Candace, I think you said you've lost 22 pounds now in your first 4 weeks with the business on the weight loss system.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So, I started taking Slenderize, what else? MOA and Rejuvenex, and within like not even 2 weeks, I lost. I think I was down 18 pounds, and then I hit kind of a plateau. I also went on vacation too, and when I got back from vacation, I kind of cracked down, and once I hit my 4-week mark, I was down 22 pounds.
Unbelievable. That's not easy to do anywhere, but it's especially not easy to do living in the city of New Orleans. I mean, you're surrounded by the best food in the world and a lot of people with bad habits, so we congratulate you. And then, Leroy, I know that you got like 5 or 6 new people signed up last week. You got them all at the gym, and everybody's following you because you're post-heart surgery now, and you hurt your ankle and gained some weight. You'd never done our drops. You just used the mower to regain your strength. But you got on the drops and lost. I want to say you dropped 35 pounds in 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's correct. 34 pounds in 8 weeks. I did the drops to drop challenge, and it wasn't my ankle. It was my calf muscle. I had tore my right calf muscle all the way to the bone. So even though my intake didn't change, food intake, I just was laid up. I couldn't do anything. So I put on about 40 pounds. And when Ariix came out with the drops to drop challenge, I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and give the drops a try. And as you well know, I've said this before, because of the medications that I take, I have to be very careful. And I tell you, I'm standing, you saw me when you looked at me, you were like, wow, Leroy. I said, my biggest problem is now that all my clothes is falling off, so, which is a good thing.
That's exactly right. And now Rice's testimony on this subject is, this is an amazing picture, Rick. I know you want to do this full time, and you're one of those people that go all in. But I was in California, picture. That was at that Gold's Gym where Arnold Schwarzenegger made his name. Ken, you and I both were there when Rick took this picture there with some people working out. But Rick, we can see a six-pack. Your Georgia shirt's not pulled up, but I'm pretty certain there's not a six-pack underneath that shirt. How did you do that?
Anybody who knows me real well knows I can tend to be a little bit OCD, and that would be an understatement. So I'm a big believer in the clinical trial pack that Tammy mentioned earlier, and since it's the one we used, to do the studies, and I just followed that pack religiously, taking it, and followed the approved food list, and just stuck to it and let the science do its job for me. And I lost 24.9 pounds in the first 28 days, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And that picture, that was kind of a funny story. I wanted to get a picture with the lady there and asked the guy if he thought she would do it, and he said, yeah, I don't think she'd mind. She's my wife. And but anyway, it's not hard. If you can follow a recipe, you can lose the weight. It's not difficult. I mean, I have to be honest about that.
We do got to work on your tan. They out-tanned you there, but your six-pack looks fantastic.
And the full story there is that he was trying to hit on the lady, and the guy said, that's my wife. That's true.
Yes. But hey, I'm a team player, so.
Yeah, and Rick, you mentioned we're talking about the 3 main products tonight, but you did add in the vitamin and mineral, some other things. We're not going into that tonight, but one of the things I commend you on and everybody else, our company just has an incredible education system. So there's Dr. Strand and 3 of his worldwide best-selling books, What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition That May Be Killing You. And Rick, you did such an amazing job of dividing that information and now spreading it throughout your team. I do want to make everybody aware of this. We have a couple of big announcements coming at our Las Vegas convention, which is September 28th, 9th weekend. I think everybody's aware of that now and booking tickets and rooms. But starting at that convention, there will be a new Slenderized Facebook site launched that everybody will be a part of, and we'll all be posting before and after pictures every day. It's going to be brand new with the company. It's going to be one of those momentum boost type of deals that a company does that changes the course of its future. But to go along with this Facebook site, instead of doing an 8-week competition, by the way, there's a new 8-week competition starting immediately, and it will run into Las Vegas. But in Las Vegas, we're going to start doing a 8-week competition starting every week because our growth is getting so strong now. Every single week on Saturday, a new weight loss competition will start and will run for 8 weeks, and you'll only compete against the people that signed up during that week. The next week, everybody signed up, we'll start a new week. And all those prizes that we all are used to seeing are still going to be going out. You're still going to be winning free trips to Los Cabos and $1,000 cash prizes and weekly prizes and free product. It's going to be an amazing, explosive deal. Ken, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, Todd. Rather than just doing 8 weeks, because what we're running into, somebody joins 4 weeks from now, and then it's too late to join the contest. So we're going to have one every week. So no matter when new people start, they can start their contest.
That's exactly right. And Ken, what we want to do at this point now is just get a person started. We've got a lot of ways you can start here. I'm going to start big tonight. We have a big, what we call ultimate pack. It's a couple $1,000s. It's a ton of product. You can get 6 months of the weight loss, everything in a package, and come in with all the business assets available. Just know that that's there. But for those of you that just want to kind of get involved, tiptoe your way in, Ken, you, I, Rick, we all came in with the big packs. But if you can absolutely get started with what we call our basic transformation pack, it's $29.99 for your distributorship, and then you have to buy enough product that triggers what we call your 2X membership, which gives you double discounts for life and double pay for life. And Ken, this is the lowest you can go and get the double for life both directions. So you can see there's a couple different packs there with our 3 big products. They're all about $370 plus shipping and tax, depending on if you want weight loss and superfoods or weight loss superfoods and energy or only superfoods and energy. Always your choice.
Yeah, for anybody new watching tonight, the way you get started is by purchasing some products, and we put them in packs to give you more features, more benefits. So with tax, shipping, and everything, you're a little over $400 to your doorstep, Todd. Not only does that give them 3 of our best-selling products that we've been talking about tonight, that puts them in business. They can now get product from any of our brands that we talked about earlier at wholesale prices. They're going to get their online back office. They're going to get marketing websites. They're going to get training, online training. Plus, we'll send them a training kit that has samples and printed training material, everything they need to be in business, Todd.
Yeah, and Ken just mentioned the first step to starting your business. The second step, by the way, you'll get a 30% discount for life on products at that point. Besides now, having the ability to earn income here every Friday. We're paid every Friday on the following week's sales, the previous week's sales. To be qualified for your paycheck, we have to maintain what we call a 100 volume point auto ship monthly. So 100 volume points is generally equal to about $130. It can be cheaper depending on what products you want. It's usually about $1.25 to $1.30 per point. But we're getting ready to explain to you now with our travel portal that joining our company and your auto ship is going to end up being completely free because you're going to be able to redeem those dollars now into travel that you were going to do anyways. It's going to blow your mind when you see this. I will tell you, the third part of your business is just the same thing we did tonight. Just who do you know that would be interested in? I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I just get chill bumps when I hear Lori and Candace and Rick, Dakota, from making money to feeling better to having more energy to losing 22 pounds in 4 weeks. That story just never gets old to me. But Ken, the other piece of this is once you get your business, you're also now going to have the ability, if you choose, to turn on this new travel portal. Why don't you explain to them how this occurred? How in the world we got access to the only wholesale travel portal in the world?
Yeah, Todd, but shifting gears a little, we've been talking about products, and now we got something very, very unique. What Ariix, our company, has done, we partnered with the largest wholesale travel company in the world. It's the same travel company that supplies travel to Travelocity, Expedia, Priceline, all your online portals. In fact, I might mention here, Todd, Expedia and Priceline own all the others. That's why when you go shopping for prices, the prices are almost exactly the same all the time. Well, what Expedia and Priceline do is they take that wholesale price and then mark it up to the public, and they make billions of dollars. In fact, they had a market capitalization of $100 billion last year. Well, as an Ariix distributor, we now have access to that wholesale price that the public never sees. And you simply, Todd, once you get your back office, you click on that travel link there, travel icon. It costs $128 to get your travel site. Now, here's the unique thing, though, Todd, as it shows on the screen there now. For every dollar you ever spend with Ariix, we'll give you back one travel dollar. Except in your first 4 weeks, we're going to double that. Okay? So what that means is, if you joined our company with one of those transform packs we shared with you, spent around $400, that means you'll start out with over 800 travel dollars by purchasing those products. We're also going to double that 128. What that simply means is you're going to start out with a minimum of over 1,000 travel dollars, even with that beginning pack, Todd. And now what you have on the screen now is what your travel website will look like.
Yeah, so we've been doing this obviously for a few years, and for everybody in the company, when this travel went live, they backdated every dollar that a product we'd ever purchased or sold and stuck it in this account. And the way the account works is, where it says up there on the top left, it says reward bank balance 26,000. That is the dollars that I will use to get the discounts that are available. So on that particular screen there, if you just look down, it shows this. I was looking at Park City, Utah, for this weekend. I shopped this last week for this weekend. And there you see the Westgate, which is almost a 4-5-star resort. We have a 37% discount compared to best other available rate online. So if you look, this was not a one-night stay. I think this was 3 nights, 4 days. You can see that in blue there's $106 a night. But for the entire 3-night stay or 4-night stay, it was $763 everywhere else online. We get a $282 discount because we have the access to this portal. So I pull those dollars out of my bank, I apply it, and I book the room for $480. But you can look up there. If you actually decide to work our business, you're also going to earn real dollars that takes it all the way to zero. So if you look there in the middle top, it says My Opportunity Credits. When you start working, that bank's going to start filling up. I saw Rich the other day. He's in his back office. He had $3,700 in his travel bank already of real dollars. He's traveling the world for free right now. But then you can apply those real dollars and get it all the way to zero. So it's literally a way to travel the world for free. Here's a little bit different look at it. Can help you understand it better. This is just a snapshot of Houston, Texas. It shows me there the full service Houston Marriott is, and you can see I've got it, compare public prices, click, and it shows me Priceline, Travelocity, Orbitz, Hotwire. They're all either $113 or $14. So if you look up there in the top right now, public price $113. Ariix contribution is $49. So after tax, this is not before tax, this is after tax, I can stay at a 3.5-star full-service Marriott in the city of Houston for $65. Now, the great thing about the travel website is it's perpetual. So I use 49 of my dollars to book it, but Ken, as soon as I pay the 65, whatever I physically pay ever in the company always goes back into my account. So 65 goes back in, and I gain $16 net gain on the account. And those prices aren't unusual. I mean, you can see there on this same screen, there are 2 full-service Hilton hotels. And Ken, I've traveled the world. I'm a Hilton Diamond member for a really long time. And I have never, before this website, stayed at a full-service Hilton for $65. That just doesn't exist in the real world.
Me either, Todd. And we've had this now for about 4 months. And what we're seeing this in every city around the country that we stay in, and when we check it and look for other people around the world for that matter. It's just the most remarkable thing. And a lot of times, Todd, we have people, I just had this happen last week. Somebody joins us for $400, and we had somebody, their very first booking, they saved over $500 on their first booking. And I know you've had Rick Gully on here. He's had the same thing with several people. They save more the first time they use it than it costs them to join the company and get all those products. Quite remarkable.
So if you're watching this on the recording or you're watching it live tonight, it takes a minute for this to sink in. So I'm going to give you one other example here. If you look at the third one down, it says Denver Marriott Tech Center there. And you can see there, I've got the compare public prices pulled up. It's $154 to $156 in all the public online search engines. Over on the right-hand side now there, the Denver Marriott, after tax, we get it for $98, which is a $55 discount. So I take $55 out of my rewards. I apply it. I pay $98, so $98 goes back in, so I actually gain $40-something. But don't forget, if you're working our business, you're going to be making real dollars too, so you can apply that right there, and you can actually get that $98 all the way to $0. I mean, when this sinks in, Ken, this is one that you found. Your wife's birthday was in June, and we were in South Carolina together, and you just threw this in there randomly, and I screenshotted it when you threw it in, and I've used it ever since. But there is a 3.5-star all-inclusive 6-night, 7-day trip to Cancun, Mexico, $593, $2,000 cheaper than anybody else in public had it.
It's amazing, Todd. I know I saw Marla Finn on earlier. I know she recently saved a family like $3,000 on an all-inclusive they were going on. It's become routine. It's amazing. When we first started seeing this, Todd, you remember how excited we were when we would see this. It's kind of like our weight loss. Now, unless you've lost 100 pounds, we don't even get excited about it, right? It's incredible.
Yeah, and it goes on and on. I've only got this slide up just to show you that it's not random. It's everywhere. There's a Westin. A Westin is a $200 hotel most every night, and you can see we got it there for $87. This is a great example of a family joining our company with limited money. An example like you just used, it costs $400 to join plus $128 to turn the travel on. So they've spent a little over $500 to buy their business, get their product, get their weight loss, get their energy, get their superfoods. But it goes into the account double. So everybody's sitting there with $1,000 on day one on their account, and they want to take their family down to Orlando for a couple of days before the summer ends. And boom, there you see it next to the bottom of the screen. The Four Seasons 5-star hotel at the gates of Walt Disney World, 3 nights, 4 days for $478, which is a $477 discount compared to the $955 price you would have had to pay anywhere else you look. So you just save more taking your kids to Disney World than it costs you to join our company. It's the biggest no-brainer I've ever seen, Ken, and we're only beginning. I just booked tickets today to Salt Lake City, airline tickets, and I booked my Las Vegas tickets. I saved about $400 on both sets of tickets compared to anything else I was finding online. Rental cars, Ken, in summary, let's just kind of conclude it up here.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite screen there, Todd, because it really sums up. We went for about 40 minutes, but guys, this is the business right here. You can start a business with everything you need to succeed for as low as $400, add the travel, and then look at line 3. If you travel any at all, you'll save more on travel than it costs you to start and maintain your business, which, as Todd has said, essentially makes your business and the products free. However, you are going to get some of the best products in the world to help you and others get healthy, lose weight, have more energy, and then you decide to start sharing this with people just as we are tonight. You build a team of customer gatherers. You can create that residual income that's allowed myself and Todd and Tammy and others, Chris Doyle, to be full-time, and others headed that way. Leroy Peralta just went full-time. And then, Todd, this screen you got up now, so important, folks. Why would you join now? When our travel was announced about 4 months ago, I think we just started into momentum a little bit, Todd. This fall, as we come out of the conventions, when the true momentum will start, guys, that means you can build something over the next 3, 4, 5 years that typically would have taken you 10 years, because nobody, especially in the United States and Canada, has heard of our company, even though we're a $200 million company now, Todd. It's, we've all heard the early bird gets the worm. Always remember, it's the second mouse that gets the cheese. Guys, if you're new tonight, you could be the second mouse. Because when a company's forming, Todd, over these first 7 years like we had, people start and quit because things aren't in place yet. Now everything's in place, so you folks can be the second mouse, and it makes it much easier.
Yeah, Ken, and we're not going to go to the pay plan tonight. It's public knowledge that we've been voted the #1 compensation plan in the world for many years running. I think maybe 6 years running now. We pay out 51% of every dollar. Nobody else in this industry does that. Our CEO has had a running offer for the whole 6 years or 7 years we've been in business now. And if any owner wanted to debate that live on YouTube, if they paid out more than we did, he would donate $10,000 to their favorite charity. Nobody's ever taken him up on it. We pay out more than anybody. This is the best chance a person's ever had to join a network marketing company that will one day be a 10, 11, 12 billion dollar company in 60 plus countries, moving the best nutritional skincare and other products that have ever existed around the world. You building a walkaway residual income doing that. Then because of this neat venture now with the wholesale travel, being able to book travel at 30 to 70% off. And Ken, I always like to just tell people, don't make it harder than it is. We just do it one person at a time. When you say build a global distribution network from home, that's like, whoa, how do you do that? Well, you pick up the phone and you ask somebody to get on a Zoom next Sunday night, or the recording that we made that you're watching now, the YouTube link you just got, you just pass it on to the next person, ask them for 45 minutes of their life, have them watch it, put them on the phone, somebody can answer their question, and you just keep repeating that, and you build that global distribution network one by one by one, but then it becomes 4 by 4 by 4, then it becomes 20 by 20 by 20, and then Ken, all of a sudden you have this massive team of people that you're overriding a residual income off of these products being sold around the world. It's that simple.
That's it, Todd. We encourage everybody to take action. Go get started today. I read one time, Todd, they're talking about taking action. There's 2 ways to get to the top of an oak tree. You can take action and go climb the tree, or you can sit on an acorn and wait, okay? Please don't be sitting on the acorn here. Guys, take action. Get back with the person that got you on here tonight if you're new. If you're just getting started, I encourage you to take more action. Share what you now know about before the masses join, so they join under you.